Angel Reese says WNBA players could go on strike over salary and benefits. All right, so Angel Reese says this. Rob, if you want to play this clip. You know what I love watching? I love watching her highlights of missing shots.
The ones coming this year will still be on the rookie contract. The ones that a year after, they gonna get more. They probably gonna be making more than this. No, they are.
Who's that?
They are. Like, yeah. I've been in the meetings. They are. I need to get in the. I need to get in the field.
Then she became the enemy. She became the enemy.
That's what she.
But she became the enemy, and Caitlin's never done that move since. She gave it to Angel, say, "Have fun. I'm gonna be this darling, innocent girl who don't do nothing wrong," and that's been what's happened. So when they fight each other, when they go against each other, there's literally now a good and a bad, and Angel Reese is the bad girl.
Angel's always been the bad.
The sports world just witnessed a shocking twist that nobody saw coming, and the ripple effects are already being felt across social media and beyond. Angel Reese, one of the most talked about athletes in recent memory, has reportedly been dropped by Reebok, a move that has fans and insiders buzzing with questions about what really went down. In a culture where endorsement deals are not just about talent but also about image, branding, and influence, this decision signals more than just a business adjustment. It could mark a turning point in Reese's career. Meanwhile, Sophie Cunningham, who has quietly been building momentum in her own lane, reportedly signed a record contract that immediately drew attention. The timing couldn't be more dramatic. As Reese faces public scrutiny and corporate distancing, Cunningham's deal feels like a stark contrast, highlighting how quickly fortunes can shift in the worlds of sports and entertainment. Fans have flooded social media, dissecting every angle, speculating about causes, and debating what this means for both athletes' futures. Sources close to the situation suggest that public perception played a huge role in Reebok's decision. Endorsement deals are rarely made in isolation. Companies weigh fan sentiment, media narratives, and potential controversy before pulling the trigger. For Reese, the combination of high-profile moments, intense media scrutiny, and polarizing public opinion may have created a climate that the brand deemed too risky to navigate. Industry insiders say that while talent alone is critical, brands also prioritize long-term stability and alignment with their image, a balance that can be difficult for high-profile athletes under constant public watch. The contrast with Cunningham's record deal adds another layer to the story. Where Reese's news represents a setback, Cunningham's represents opportunity. Signing a major contract at a pivotal moment can reshape a career trajectory almost overnight. Fans are comparing the two situations, questioning why one athlete seems to be celebrated while another faces distancing, and what lessons can be drawn about timing, public perception, and career strategy. This dramatic turn of events has ignited a wave of conversations about loyalty, influence, and how quickly things can change in competitive industries. It's a reminder that careers, whether in sports, music, or entertainment, are constantly in motion, and that public opinion can wield as much power as performance. The stakes are high, the fans are invested, and the next moves for both Reese and Cunningham will be watched closely, because in the age of instant information, every decision carries enormous consequences. The news of Angel Reese being dropped by Reebok sent immediate shockwaves through the sports and social media worlds. What initially seemed like a small corporate decision quickly grew into a major talking point, with fans, commentators, and insiders all speculating about what caused one of the most high-profile athletes in women's basketball to lose a major endorsement. Sources close to Reese suggest that the decision wasn't purely about performance on the court, but rather about public perception, media narratives, and the way her image had been portrayed in recent months. In today's sports industry, where branding is just as important as talent, companies like Reebok weigh potential controversies and fan reactions heavily before making such decisions, meaning this move was carefully considered behind the scenes. Reese's rise to prominence was meteoric, fueled by extraordinary athletic skill, charisma, and a presence that captivated fans both on and off the court. Her performances in high-pressure games earned her accolades, viral moments, and a massive following on social media platforms. But along with success comes scrutiny. Insiders note that in recent months, Reese's every action was dissected online, creating a narrative that some brands found difficult to navigate. High visibility brings opportunity but also risk. While she gained fans for her talent and confidence, she also attracted criticism from segments of the public, and those critiques may have influenced corporate decision-making. Behind the scenes, those close to Reese describe a period of frustration and disbelief. Endorsement deals are not just revenue streams, they are symbols of recognition and influence. Losing a contract like Reebok's can be disheartening, especially when the athlete has spent years building a personal brand aligned with performance, professionalism, and marketability. Insiders report that Reese felt blindsided by the news, as conversations with corporate representatives had been limited and there was little warning. The sudden nature of the announcement only intensified the public's curiosity, with fans questioning whether the decision was fair or if Reese had been set up by external circumstances beyond her control. Simultaneously, the timing of Sophie Cunningham's record deal amplified the drama. While Reese was facing corporate distancing, Cunningham was reportedly signing a major contract that promised to elevate her career in music. The contrast was striking, one athlete facing a setback, and another seizing an opportunity at what felt like the exact same moment. Industry observers noted that this kind of juxtaposition is rare, and it immediately fueled comparisons on social media. Fans debated the implications, questioning whether public favor, media framing, or market strategy played a bigger role than talent alone in determining the trajectory of a career. Sources indicate that public perception was a crucial factor in Reebok's decision. In today's environment, brands are hyper-aware of their image, especially when associated with high-profile personalities. Even minor controversies can magnify risk, and with Reese's recent media coverage, executives may have determined that continuing the partnership carried potential reputational challenges. Insider reports suggest that this wasn't a knee-jerk reaction, but the culmination of months of evaluating fan sentiment, media coverage, and corporate positioning. For Reese, the move represents more than financial loss. It signals a disruption in the narrative she has been cultivating and a need to reassess her brand strategy moving forward. The broader industry is watching closely. Reese's situation illustrates the delicate balance athletes must maintain between performance, personality, and public image. While on-court excellence is essential, those in her circle say that perception can influence opportunities just as heavily as skill. Fans have debated whether this is an example of an unfair corporate reaction or simply the harsh reality of being a public figure in an age dominated by viral moments, social media scrutiny, and instantaneous judgment. At the same time, Cunningham's record deal demonstrates how opportunity can emerge at pivotal moments. Insiders say that timing, strategy, and public positioning played a major role in her signing. While Reese faced scrutiny, Cunningham managed to align her personal brand with a major industry move, highlighting the importance of strategic partnerships and visibility. The contrast between the two events is striking, showing that in competitive industries, careers can pivot dramatically based on perception, timing, and opportunity. Behind the public headlines, friends and advisors report that Reese is processing the situation with a mix of determination and frustration. Losing a major contract is never easy, but insiders suggest that she is already considering next steps, whether through new partnerships, personal branding efforts, or leveraging her social media influence. For an athlete with her talent and visibility, a setback is often temporary if approached strategically. The challenge will be navigating public perception while maintaining focus on performance and long-term career goals. Fans are watching every detail, analyzing social media activity, news reports, and interviews for clues about how Reese will respond. The pressure of public scrutiny can be immense, but insiders suggest that Reese's resilience and experience in high-stakes environments could help her weather the storm. Observers note that how she manages this moment may define the next chapter of her career, potentially turning a setback into an opportunity for growth and reinvention. Ultimately, this situation serves as a reminder of the high stakes in modern sports and entertainment. Endorsement deals, public perception, and media narratives are intertwined, and athletes must constantly navigate both their performance and their public persona. For Reese, this moment represents both a challenge and a potential turning point, a chance to reassess, pivot, and emerge stronger. At the same time, Cunningham's success reminds the public that timing, strategy, and opportunity can create dramatic shifts in fortune, even within the same industry. The story is far from over, and the coming months could redefine how both athletes are perceived, celebrated, and remembered. As the shockwave of Angel Reese being dropped by Reebok reverberated through the sports world, insiders reveal that the situation quickly moved beyond the headlines and into high-stakes decision-making behind the scenes. Those close to Reese say this wasn't merely a corporate maneuver, it became a pivotal moment for her brand, reputation, and career trajectory. When a top-tier athlete loses a major endorsement, it sends signals not just to fans but also to potential partners, sponsors, and the broader industry. Every move afterward is scrutinized, and the pressure to respond strategically can be overwhelming. Sources describe the immediate aftermath as a whirlwind of emotions for Reese. Friends and advisors noted her initial shock and disappointment, but also a fierce determination to take control of the narrative. Losing a contract isn't just financial. It represents missed visibility, influence, and opportunities for long-term partnerships. In an industry where image is currency, Reese suddenly faced the dual challenge of proving her resilience while mitigating potential damage to her brand. Insiders claim that while the news was difficult, it also sparked a renewed focus on strategy, public positioning, and alternative avenues for endorsement deals. At the same time, Sophie Cunningham's record deal continued to dominate conversations, further emphasizing the contrasting fortunes between the two athletes. Where Reese faced distancing and uncertainty, Cunningham was receiving validation and opportunity. Insiders report that this contrast intensified public discourse, with fans debating why one athlete was celebrated while the other appeared to be sidelined. Analysts in the sports and entertainment industries suggest that such juxtapositions highlight the delicate interplay of talent, public perception, timing, and corporate strategy, proving that success isn't determined by skill alone. Industry insiders also emphasize that Reebok's decision wasn't a sudden reaction, but the result of months of evaluation. Executives reportedly monitored Reese's social media presence, media coverage, and public reception, weighing each factor against the company's image and long-term goals. In today's market, where athletes' personal brands can significantly influence a company's reputation and revenue, corporate partnerships are as much about alignment as they are about talent. Reese's public image, while celebrated for its confidence and authenticity, may have been perceived as challenging to reconcile with Reebok's strategic vision at that moment. Those close to Reese note that the athlete's response was carefully considered. While public reactions ranged from outrage to sympathy, insiders indicate that she understood the importance of measured steps. Overreacting could exacerbate the situation, while inaction risked being interpreted as indifference or weakness. Friends and advisors reportedly guided her towards strategic visibility, leveraging her platforms to maintain connection with fans, while exploring new partnerships that could restore momentum. The goal was not just to recover, but to come back stronger, demonstrating resilience and adaptability in a highly competitive landscape. Meanwhile, Cunningham's momentum showcased how quickly opportunities can emerge when timing, strategy, and public alignment converge. Sources say her record contract was the product of careful planning, networking, and brand cultivation. Her rise, juxtaposed with Reese's setback, underscored the importance of managing public perception and aligning professional moves with market conditions. Fans quickly began comparing the two scenarios, debating why one athlete seemed to thrive while the other faced obstacles, and what lessons could be drawn about timing, public opinion, and career strategy. As the situation unfolded, emotional factors played a significant role. Reese, like many high-profile athletes, experienced the pressures of constant public scrutiny, which insiders say amplified the emotional stakes. Every post, comment, or appearance became a potential flashpoint. Friends and family reportedly worked to provide perspective, emphasizing that setbacks, though painful, can often lead to growth if navigated strategically. Insiders stress that the combination of emotional resilience and careful planning can turn challenging moments into opportunities for long-term advantage. Social media continued to amplify both the setback and Cunningham's success. Fans dissected each detail, from Reese's Instagram posts to interviews, and debated every angle. Analysts note that in today's digital era, public perception moves faster than traditional media, creating both risks and opportunities for athletes. For Reese, managing this narrative became as critical as managing her on-court performance. Every engagement had to be purposeful, reinforcing her brand, connecting with supporters, and signaling strength and adaptability. Industry observers also point out that financial and career implications are intertwined. Losing an endorsement impacts more than immediate income. It can influence future deals, partnerships, and professional reputation. Reese's camp reportedly began assessing alternative strategies, including emerging brands, smaller collaborations, and leveraging her social media influence. Insiders describe this as a period of recalibration, where each decision had long-term significance. Ultimately, sources say that this phase highlighted the importance of strategic thinking, resilience, and perception management in the modern sports industry. Reese's experience demonstrates that setbacks, while painful, are not necessarily career-ending. With the right approach, they can serve as catalysts for growth, reinvention, and renewed visibility. At the same time, Cunningham's rise underscores the power of timing, preparation, and alignment in seizing opportunities. The coming months will determine how Reese navigates this challenge, rebuilds her brand, and positions herself for future success in a competitive and unpredictable landscape. As the fallout from Angel Reese being dropped by Reebok continued to reverberate through the sports and entertainment worlds, insiders describe a period of strategic recalibration for the young athlete. After the initial shock and public scrutiny, Reese and her team reportedly shifted focus toward assessing both immediate and long-term options to protect her brand and influence. In today's competitive industry, an endorsement is more than money. It's visibility, credibility, and market positioning. Losing a partnership of Reebok's stature meant Reese needed to act decisively to avoid letting the narrative define her career. Sources close to Reese report that one of the first steps was strengthening her connection with her fanbase. Social media engagement, while delicate due to the scrutiny she faced, became a tool for reinforcing loyalty and controlling the narrative. Posts, stories, and interactive content were carefully curated to maintain her public image as confident, talented, and undeterred by setbacks. Advisors emphasized that showing resilience and authenticity could counteract negative press, framing her not as a brand casualty but as an athlete capable of navigating challenges with poise. Meanwhile, industry insiders note that Reese's team began exploring new partnerships, both within and outside traditional athletic brands. Emerging companies, boutique collaborations, and alternative sponsorship opportunities were evaluated as ways to diversify income and maintain public presence. Sources suggest that these moves were guided by a long-term strategy, partnering with brands aligned with her personality and public persona rather than chasing short-term recognition. This approach aimed to mitigate risk while ensuring that any new partnerships would enhance her image rather than create further controversy. In contrast, Sophie Cunningham's record deal became a focal point of discussion online and in industry circles. Her opportunity highlighted how strategic timing and brand alignment could create immediate momentum. Insiders point out that Cunningham had cultivated her image carefully, making her an attractive partner for labels looking for both talent and marketability. The juxtaposition of Reese's setback with Cunningham's rise fueled intense social media debate, as fans discussed fairness, perception, and the unpredictable nature of public and corporate response. Friends and advisors to Reese described the emotional challenges of this period. Dealing with a high-profile setback while under constant public scrutiny can create immense pressure. Insiders say that Reese leaned on trusted mentors, family, and industry contacts to navigate the emotional toll and maintain focus on strategic steps rather than reactionary responses. This guidance emphasized that long-term success often depends not on immediate wins, but on measured decisions, maintaining composure, and leveraging setbacks as opportunities for growth. As the narrative developed, social media remained both a challenge and a tool. Every post or comment risked misinterpretation, but it also allowed Reese to communicate directly with fans, bypassing traditional media narratives. Insiders note that her team carefully monitored engagement to identify trends in fan sentiment, using that feedback to guide decisions about public appearances, interviews, and partnerships. This attention to audience perception helped mitigate negative impact while reinforcing her brand identity as resilient, focused, and in control of her career. Industry observers also highlight that Reese's situation underscored broader dynamics in professional sports and entertainment. Endorsement decisions are rarely purely merit-based. They involve complex calculations about public image, market trends, and corporate alignment. Insiders suggest that Reese's case serves as a cautionary example for other athletes. Talent and performance are crucial, but maintaining a brand-compatible image is equally important for sustaining partnerships and opportunities. Behind the scenes, Reese reportedly focused on building strategic alliances with professionals capable of amplifying her brand positively. This included working with publicists, brand consultants, and industry mentors to identify opportunities that would offset the loss of Reebok. Sources suggest that these efforts were not only about immediate recovery but also about creating a more resilient platform for future growth, ensuring that Reese would be positioned to attract even more strategic partnerships moving forward. The contrast with Cunningham's success continued to drive conversation. While Reese worked to rebuild, Cunningham's record deal illustrated the benefits of timing, preparation, and perception management. Observers note that the juxtaposition created an important lesson. In competitive industries, setbacks for one individual can coincide with breakthroughs for another, underscoring the role of strategy, public alignment, and perception in shaping careers. By this stage, insiders say Reese had transitioned from reacting to the initial shock toward executing a deliberate, strategic plan. Every move, from social media engagement to potential partnerships, was designed to protect and enhance her brand, reinforce fan loyalty, and demonstrate resilience. This approach not only mitigated immediate damage but also positioned her to emerge stronger, illustrating how athletes can transform adversity into opportunity. Ultimately, this chapter in Reese's career highlights the delicate balance between talent, public perception, and strategic positioning. While losing a major endorsement is a significant setback, careful planning, thoughtful brand management, and deliberate engagement can turn a challenging situation into a platform for growth. Reese's next moves, guided by strategy and resilience, will determine whether this moment becomes a temporary obstacle or a defining turning point in her career. The story remains unfolding, and every decision now carries the potential to shape her legacy. As Angel Reese continued to navigate the aftermath of losing her Reebok endorsement, insiders describe a period of both reflection and calculated action. This stage, according to sources close to the situation, was marked by a deliberate effort to regain control over her narrative while simultaneously exploring new opportunities. Losing a major corporate partnership is never just a financial issue, it's a challenge to one's public perception, influence, and market positioning. Reese reportedly recognized that how she handled this moment could define her personal brand for years to come. Friends and advisors say the first priority was addressing public perception. Reese's social media channels became a carefully managed tool for engagement, emphasizing her confidence, professionalism, and continued dedication to her craft. Every post, story, and comment was reportedly reviewed and strategically timed to reinforce the image of resilience. Insider accounts suggest that the goal was to demonstrate that while Reebok had withdrawn, her career, influence, and impact were far from diminished. Fans responded quickly, sending messages of support and amplifying her narrative as someone who refuses to be defined by setbacks. Meanwhile, attention shifted to partnership opportunities beyond traditional sports endorsements. Reese's team began exploring collaborations with emerging brands, lifestyle companies, and even personal ventures. Insiders report that the aim was to create diversified revenue streams while ensuring that any new affiliations aligned seamlessly with her identity and public persona. This strategic approach sought to mitigate future risk, emphasizing quality and alignment over immediate gains. According to sources, Reese's advisors encouraged her to think long-term, prioritizing sustainable growth over short-term publicity. The contrast with Sophie Cunningham's record deal continued to generate conversation. While Reese focused on recovery and strategic rebuilding, Cunningham's rise highlighted the power of timing, preparation, and market perception. Industry observers noted that Cunningham's success could provide lessons for Reese, particularly regarding brand alignment and public engagement. Fans frequently compared the two situations, debating how public sentiment and strategic partnerships can elevate one career while challenging another. Insiders say that while the comparisons were inevitable, Reese's team remained focused on her individual trajectory, recognizing that personal strategy is more impactful than external comparisons. Emotional resilience played a critical role during this period. Insiders describe Reese as experiencing a mix of frustration, determination, and clarity. Losing a major endorsement under public scrutiny is psychologically taxing, and managing emotions became a key component of her strategy. Friends and family reportedly provided guidance, emphasizing the importance of measured responses and long-term planning. According to sources, this support network helped Reese navigate both public reactions and internal pressures, ensuring she remained focused on actionable solutions rather than being consumed by negativity. Social media remained a double-edged sword. On one hand, it offered a direct line to fans, enabling Reese to reinforce her narrative and maintain visibility. On the other hand, it magnified scrutiny and amplified any perceived misstep. Insiders say that Reese's team meticulously monitored engagement, noting trends in sentiment and adjusting messaging accordingly. The objective was to ensure that every public interaction reinforced her resilience, professionalism, and readiness to move forward, rather than letting the narrative spiral uncontrollably. Industry sources highlight that Reese's situation underscores a broader reality in sports and entertainment. Corporate decisions are heavily influenced by perception, risk management, and alignment with brand values. Reebok's withdrawal was not necessarily a reflection of Reese's talent or potential, but rather a calculated corporate decision influenced by public discourse and market positioning. Insiders emphasize that understanding these dynamics is crucial for athletes, as managing public image is as vital as on-field performance in sustaining long-term career success. Meanwhile, Reese reportedly began leveraging her platform for alternative opportunities. This included partnerships with lifestyle brands, collaborations in fashion, and strategic media appearances designed to highlight her versatility and influence. Insiders say that by diversifying her portfolio, Reese could demonstrate to both fans and potential sponsors that her value extends far beyond any single endorsement. The goal was to reassert her relevance, marketability, and resilience while preparing for future high-profile partnerships. Emotional intelligence and strategic patience were reportedly central to her approach. Sources close to Reese describe her as taking a thoughtful, measured approach to public statements, social media activity, and strategic engagement. Insiders say that while the comparisons were inevitable, Reese's team remained focused on her individual trajectory, recognizing that personal strategy is more impactful than external comparisons. Emotional resilience played a critical role during this period. Reese's next moves, guided by strategy and resilience, will determine whether this moment becomes a platform for growth. Society remains unfolding, and every decision now carries the potential to shape her legacy. and potential partnerships. Rather than reacting impulsively, she and her team prioritized long-term positioning, understanding that a misstep during heightened scrutiny could have lasting consequences. This discipline, insiders argue, may ultimately define the trajectory of her career more than the loss of a single contract ever could. By this stage, it became clear that Reese's narrative was shifting from one of setback to one of recovery and empowerment. Insiders suggest that fans and industry professionals began recognizing her resilience, applauding the way she was navigating challenges and strategically positioning herself for the next phase of her career. The combination of careful messaging, new opportunities, and emotional strength allowed her to reclaim control over her public image, demonstrating that setbacks do not have to define an athlete's legacy. Ultimately, this period in Reese's career illustrates the complex interplay between talent, perception, and strategy in modern sports. While losing Reebok was undeniably a blow, the way she responded, through calculated action, emotional resilience, and strategic partnership development, highlights the power of adaptability and long-term vision. Sources conclude that if Reese continues on this trajectory, she may not only recover from this setback but also emerge stronger, more versatile, and more influential than ever before. The story continues to unfold, and her next moves could redefine her legacy entirely. As Angel Reese moved into the next phase of her career, insiders report that the focus had shifted entirely from setback to strategic comeback. The loss of Reebok, while initially shocking, had become a catalyst for re-evaluation, planning, and calculated action. Sources close to Reese emphasize that the athlete's mindset was crucial at this stage. She understood that resilience in the face of adversity would not only preserve her public image but could also elevate it. By approaching the situation deliberately, Reese aimed to turn what many saw as a major professional blow into an opportunity for growth and reinvention. Friends and advisors note that her first priority was solidifying fan support. Social media became an essential platform to communicate confidence, authenticity, and perseverance. Every post, story, and interaction was carefully considered to reinforce a narrative of strength. Fans responded in large numbers, rallying around Reese and amplifying her message of resilience. Insiders say this grassroots support was critical, serving both as validation and as leverage in future negotiations with brands and collaborators. Maintaining a strong connection with her audience allowed Reese to assert control over how the public perceived her response to the setback. Meanwhile, her team reportedly began exploring new endorsement opportunities and collaborations. Sources say these were not rushed decisions. Instead, they were guided by long-term alignment with Reese's personal brand, values, and public persona. Emerging brands, lifestyle partnerships, and boutique collaborations were all considered as potential avenues to maintain visibility and influence. By carefully selecting opportunities, Reese could diversify her professional portfolio while ensuring that her next partnerships would enhance her image rather than risk further controversy. Insiders emphasize that this strategic approach to partnerships is a hallmark of athletes who intend to build sustainable careers. The contrast between Reese's situation and Sophie Cunningham's record deal continued to dominate conversations across social media and industry circles. While Cunningham's opportunity highlighted timing, preparation, and alignment, Reese's path underscored resilience, strategy, and adaptability. Sources suggest that Reese's team consciously avoided making direct comparisons, focusing instead on her individual trajectory and long-term goals. Fans, however, continue to draw parallels, debating perception, fairness, and career strategy, fueling discussions that ultimately kept Reese in the spotlight despite the initial setback. Insiders describe the emotional and mental aspects of this period as critical. Reese reportedly experienced a mix of frustration, determination, and clarity. Dealing with public scrutiny and the loss of a major partnership required immense emotional control. Her support network, including family, friends, and trusted advisors, played a significant role in helping her maintain perspective and focus on actionable steps rather than reactionary responses. According to those close to her, this guidance allowed Reese to channel disappointment into motivation, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Social media remained both a challenge and a tool during this period. Every action could be misinterpreted, yet the platforms also offered Reese the ability to speak directly to fans, bypassing media narratives that might distort her story. Her team reportedly monitored engagement closely, identifying trends in fan sentiment and adjusting messaging to maintain a consistent narrative of confidence, professionalism, and strategic foresight. This proactive approach helped reinforce her public image while mitigating potential negative fallout from past coverage. Industry insiders highlight that Reese's experience illustrates a broader lesson about modern sports careers. Corporate decisions, public perception, and media narratives are tightly intertwined, and athletes must navigate all three simultaneously. Talent and on-court performance, while essential, are not sufficient alone to secure or maintain high-profile endorsements. Reese's response demonstrates that careful management of personal brand, strategic partnerships, and audience engagement is equally critical in sustaining a high-profile career. Sources also report that Reese began leveraging alternative revenue streams and visibility opportunities. Collaborations with lifestyle brands, media appearances, and personal projects were all being explored to ensure continued relevance and influence. Insiders describe this stage as proactive rather than reactive, with every decision carefully considered to strengthen her market position, maintain fan engagement, and create opportunities for future high-profile partnerships. By diversifying her career moves, Reese could reduce reliance on any single endorsement while demonstrating versatility and resilience to industry observers. Furthermore, Reese's handling of the situation reportedly inspired admiration from peers and industry professionals. Sources indicate that her ability to maintain focus, strategically manage public perception, and pursue alternative opportunities highlighted maturity and professionalism beyond her years. This response not only preserved her credibility but also positioned her as a figure capable of navigating complex challenges, a quality that can enhance long-term marketability and influence. By the time this phase concluded, insiders describe Reese as having regained a sense of control over her career trajectory. The loss of Reebok, while initially disruptive, had become a turning point, emphasizing strategic thinking, adaptability, and brand management. Every post, partnership, and public appearance was now part of a deliberate plan to rebuild, strengthen, and expand her influence. Fans, advisors, and industry observers all noted that Reese's resilience and tactical approach had transformed a potential setback into a demonstration of strength and foresight. Ultimately, this stage of Angel Reese's career serves as a case study in navigating professional adversity. Losing a major endorsement is a challenge that could derail many careers, yet Reese's response, through measured actions, strategic partnerships, and effective engagement with her fanbase, demonstrates the potential to turn obstacles into opportunities. Sources emphasize that while the public initially viewed this moment as a setback, Reese's long-term approach could not only restore her standing but also elevate her to new levels of influence, visibility, and marketability. The story remains unfolding, and the decisions she makes next may define the trajectory of her career for years to come. Angel Reese's journey is a powerful reminder that setbacks don't define a career. They reveal the strength, strategy, and resilience behind it. From losing a major Reebok endorsement to navigating public scrutiny and contrasting fortunes with Sophie Cunningham, Reese has shown that careful planning, emotional intelligence, and strategic brand management can turn challenges into opportunities. Fans are watching closely to see how she rebuilds, secures new partnerships, and continues to assert her influence both on and off the court. Now it's your turn to weigh in. Do you think Reese will make a full comeback stronger than ever, or is this just the beginning of a more challenging chapter? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation with others following every development. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest updates on Angel Reese, Sophie Cunningham, and all the high-stakes drama shaping the world of sports today.